Welcome to another episode of Baby Daddy Chronicles. It is I, it is he, it is your future favorite Baby Daddy. Hey, man. You went, but we had a nice little viral crib on Baby Daddy Chronicles, too.
We did. That actually shit was wild. I had a feeling that statement was going to take off, but when everybody started getting on, I was like, oh, dang, y'all really finna blow this one up. But I still stand 10 toes on what I said, though.
You got the kids ready for school? Good. They go back to school tomorrow, right?
Yep, they go back to school tomorrow. I'm going to have 2 additional kids at the school now. So it's going to be 4 kids at this one school. That's going to be interesting. But my wife lit because that means now it's only going to be 2 kids at the house during the day. And then the other 4 got to go to bed early. I know she putting on some dragon shit right now. Like, just curled up with some wine. Like, yes. The ass is in bed. School is back in session.
So you're happy that school's back in session?
Honestly, I don't really care either way. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I mean, you still gotta go to work.
Yeah, and done no change on us. Yeah,
exactly.
I wish we had summer break. A paid summer break. That'd be great.
Right? That's the only
outside of being in education.
Exactly. That's the only benefit of being a teacher. But damn, they don't pay them.
They don't.
Nothing. Like,
they don't.
So I was like, fuck.
That's what I was saying. I was like, no. Because they don't pay them shit.
Nah, yeah,
and I can't be a teacher and work another full-time job. Teacher requires too much responsibility.
It do. It definitely do.
Fuck around, them kids be dumb because of me.
Your ass would have them watching movies all day. They would love your class. They see that big old video cassette thing come in. They like, hey. I used to love seeing that.
But I feel like, right, it's their summer breaks are getting shorter and shorter. Like, yo, I'm like, yo, they just like, they was just out. What you mean they about to go back?
They are. And being in school, the difference with kids being in school and being out is you have this routine that you got to stick to. Like, you got to get them in bed and you got to get their ass up early, get them out to the bus or take them to school. Whereas when they out of school, let's say that you running behind. You just running behind. It's only going to affect you. You just going to work, and who really rushing to get to work? Like, but
I feel like they trying to push for like 24 hours. Like, I mean, not 24 hours, like a
year round shit.
Yeah, I know like some states have it, but they like some year round shit, and maybe just have like extended like you maybe have like an extended Thanksgiving break, Christmas break, and then maybe like Labor Day be extended.
Honestly, to be for real though, that would suck for them. I would hate that for them. It really wouldn't make no never mind for me. I mean, hey, that'd be less groceries we got to buy because they be in that house eating everything up. Like nematodes on SpongeBob.
Okay, so today, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about baby daddy, baby father. What's the difference between a baby daddy, a baby father, and a dad?
So they're all technically a baby daddy. A baby father, I don't even know where that term came from.
So I guess like, yeah, baby dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on how, I guess some people will define it as like, baby dad would be the deadbeat.
Okay,
and
I
then
can see that.
The baby father is the one where like they're not with the mom, but they co-parent effectively.
Got you.
And then of course the dad is like, married, always in the kid's life, active, bam, 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 bam.
Got you. Well,
because they're all the same, like they're
all the same,
yeah.
And it's really not fair when people label them because we don't really get the dad side of the shit. Like he could want to be in the kid's life 24/7, but he got to deal with the demon seed that he planted them in, and that's always a catch-22. So it's like the baby dad, when they only call you baby daddy, like, dang, and see that you can't really tell off of that because it depends on how spiteful the girl is.
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
She could think he a deadbeat and he really a good dude. Like, you really got to have that third party that's analyzing the system from the outside. But dad is basically what the kids call you. Dad is strictly that relationship that you got with your kid that's outside of everybody else. Like, their own personal connection with you. And fuck them other titles. That's really the title you should be building on trying to have. Like, real talk. Because to me, I don't care what anybody else say. Like, if your kids don't say you're a good father, then you're not a good father. I could care less if your baby mama think you great, if your parents think you great, if you think you great. If you think you did everything that you could for your kid, if your kid is not telling you that you're a good dad, then you're not a good dad. Because at the end of the day, they're the one who you were raising. They're
True.
the one who is supposed to have this as the foundation for the rest of their life. So just because the outside people are gassing you up for whatever the case may be, like, it don't really matter. It only matters to that person.
True. Like I don't like, because I don't like how I always looked at it was like, yeah, your baby daddy or your dad, either deadbeat or your dad.
And I agree with you, but you got to understand, if you strictly just get the women's side,
That's true.
Like, the deadbeat statistics is highly and overflated.
That's kind of why I started the podcast. So that, but most you would think, right, that they be going through this shit, but then they be have a safe space to talk about it. But niggas don't be wanting to talk.
Nah, they don't, because it's society, man. Like, you know, when men let you in just a little bit, like they show that little bit of vulnerability, people be quick to weaponize that shit against your ass. So they keep that shit quiet or keep it all close to the chest. I can understand why they don't be trying to talk about it.
So what makes someone a dad?
What makes somebody a dad is that is you in the trenches with your kid. Like, you know they teachers, you know they doctors. You don't need any instruction from anybody to raise your child. Like, mom can go off the scene right now. You got it. Like, you do this shit. That is you. Like, your kid feels safe with you. Your kid comes to you about personal stuff. You can anticipate your kids' needs before they ever even really vocalize them. Like, you cleaning up you up in the middle of the night for the bad dreams. You taking them to the sports practices. You getting the call from work when they sick at school. You having to come pick them up. It's like all encompassing. That's really what makes you a dad.
Or do you think there's different levels to being a dad?
Hell yeah, there's different levels to being a dad. Shit. What I just described, most of these people, especially nowadays, ain't nowhere near that level. Not even a little bit. Please. They ain't getting the calls from work. They ain't staying up in the middle of the night. And I hate that, because that's really where you build that true connection with your kid. Like, most dudes, and I'm going to keep it a stack, like, society judges you a good father if you cut that check.
Unfortunately.
Like, it's very unfortunate, but that's the man's measuring stick for being a good dad. And that's even with the women too. Like, you can have a guy who don't even know his kid favorite color. Like, ain't never met the pediatrician a day in his life. But his baby mama will go to war about him if you say a word, because that dude pay for everything. Like, she ain't ever got to come out her pocket for nothing with those kids. So
That's
she
really
will
sad.
literally, like, pull out a Uzi and spray you if you dare try to say that he's not a good dad in any way. And that's very much just based off of how the society that we come from, you know, back in the 50s, 60s, and all that type of stuff. That was really all that they expected out of men. They wanted you to bring home the bacon, bring home that money, and if you did that, you was a phenomenal father. But these kids don't even know that.
Yeah.
They'll be sitting in the room with dad, like, and both the father and the son will be waiting for the mama to come back home, because she the bridge between the two. Like, yeah, they can't really relate to that 1,000% being a hands-on father.
I think that's why I don't know if I want to have kids, because I'm not at that point yet in my life to where I know if I'm working 2 jobs by myself now.
Yeah.
So if I got a kid, I continue working 2 jobs, and now I'm hardly spending time with you.
True. That is very true.
And I don't want to be that type of dad, because that's not how I was raised.
Now it's like, if you have the kid, you do have the mom too. So you wouldn't necessarily have to work the 2 jobs. It's more so of what type of dad are you trying to be. Like, is you trying to be Mr. Moneybags, where mama just get to sit pretty and, you know, pretty much be at the kids' beck and call? Or do you want it to be more of a y'all both y'all both are helping in all aspects of raising the kid, because finances is an aspect of raising the kid, and a lot of women do get out of that.
No. It would be we both helping.
All right, if y'all both helping, then you wouldn't have to work the two jobs because she would be working as well. So you would have her income to consider.
Well, when the kid gets older, but first until then, like, because I don't want to pay for. I could work two jobs and handle most of the bills, but I can't work two jobs and pay for rent and daycare. So she would have to stay home for those first few years.
But you wouldn't have to pay for all the daycare. She would have to pay for daycare too.
She ain't working.
She would like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if she was working when the kid was like in its infancy and stuff, she would have to pay for the daycare as well. Are you saying you wouldn't want her to work?
I want her to stay home. Yeah,
like
those first few years. But after that, all right, we gotta go to work.
Got you.
Like that's how my mom and dad was. My mom was like, you know what? I want to stay home because at first he was like, I actually want to stay home to race. He was like, all right, cool. Moment the last one when he was like, all right.
Yeah, your ass needed back in the labor force. And I mean, that's kind of the trade offs with being a parent, because with being a parent, you gotta, especially as being a father, ain't nobody coming to save you. Like you already know, I was laid off, 6 kids, a wife. I pay everything. Being laid off as a father of 6 with a wife, it really is sobering, because you really know ain't nobody coming to help you. There are no social programs for single fathers. Those are all geared for single mothers. If you a dad, they just like, hey,
figure it out.
Figure that shit out, or give up them kids. Like, give them to the grandma or some type of stuff. So being a dad, there's really a superpower that you kind of got to tap into, because you have to figure out how to be the answer when there is no answer, how to take care of everybody and still take care of you, because you have to find this creative mix where you are able to be everything for everybody and still your own doctor, your own therapist, your own rehabilitation specialist, your own everything. Because in the midst of being a father, you can't let your blood pressure slip. You can't, start developing diabetes. You still got to keep yourself up. But in the process of keeping yourself up, you're essentially raising like a damn city. And you still only got the same 24 hours in a day that you had prior to having kids. So, yeah, that shit do be sorcery at times. I ain't even going to hold you. It's not easy. But when you want to, you do figure it out. It's just how bad do you want to?
I really my whole thing, like, if I was more financially stable, like, if I could just work, let's say I like to where it would be like, all right, I got the 2 jobs now. That's only requiring me to, and not with one income. I probably would have a kid. But then I may just work a part-time gig just so that way if I had to pay for daycare, like, it's not coming out of the extra money that I already have.
But think about it. Like, I'm going to challenge you on this point. We in our mid-30s. When are you going to be financially stable? When have you been financially stable?
That's a good question.
And I'm going to have a point after this. Based off your answer.
I would say probably by, like, if I go to a job consistently, like I've been doing, because I'm very proud of myself. That I've been doing that.
First of all, working that many jobs is not financially stable.
What you mean?
Because you're able to keep the bills up there, but that is not humanly possible. You cannot do that for the next 30 years. You cannot build a retirement off of that.
I ain't say the next 3 years.
No, 30. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, I ain't say the next 30 years.
And that's what I mean. Financial stability is where you have now come into a profession or a income earning, like anything, where it allows for you to be human, which allows for you to at least get your 6 to 7 hours of consistent sleep a night, allows for you to actually be able to see the light of day sometimes and you not actually working, and to just be able to pay all of your basic necessities without literally like juggling and doing magic tricks month to month. That's financial stability. Yeah, you're paying everything. Yeah, you're self-sufficient, but at the cost of essentially your life. Like,
that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
Like, are you able to put away anything for retirement? Like, what percentage of your income are you able to put away?
3%.
Yeah, that's financial stability.
I mean,
Are they matching that 3%?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That is a start. Like, I definitely got to commend you on that because I talk to people every day where I tell them they're like 45 years old and they worse than you. And they ain't never been on their feet. And I tell them, I'm like, you're 45 years old. At 50, it's game over.
That's very true.
At 50, it's curtains. You ain't got nothing on the ball towards retirement. By 50 years old, you will work till you die. So I tell them, hey, you know, either find something that you love to do that you can do when you in your 80s and your back broken and arthritis is killing your ass, or, you know, just open a whole bunch of credit cards and say, you know, I'm going to live my best life. And then at 70, I'm going to go to bed and drink bleach and just go up out of here. Like, because, like, and I'm so serious because people really be thinking like, hey, like Social Security gonna actually support me.
We ain't gonna have Social Security by the time we retire.
Thank you.
That shit gonna be gone.
We're not gonna have Social Security. No matter how healthy you are not gonna live forever to where you can work a sustainable job forever. So if you ain't got nothing on the ball by 50, you either need to be in a profession that you can do when everything in your body is broken and you are decrepit, 80-something years old, or you need to just be like, hey, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Blow a bag, spend it all, and then just go to bed one night, put on your favorite show, take that great shot of bleach, and then just roll over in a quilt and say, hey, I'm coming to see you, Jesus. Like, we had a great run. Like, because
Harvey,
like,
hey, yo.
The alternative is bleach. That's all I'm saying. You gotta weigh your pros and cons in life.
So you saying I just go fucking have the kid now?
That's really what I'm saying.
Like,
because the kid is gonna be the driving force where you are gonna be surprised at how much you level up. It's way different when you have something that looks like you depending on you for their livelihood that makes you really be like, you know what? I can't do this shit no more. I got to get a stable career. I got to find me a 9-to-5 that's going to cover all my bills. Like, when you don't have kids, you ain't got to go that hard. You really can just sit around, work a bunch of odd jobs and just say, you know, I don't really know what I want to do. I ain't really interested in that. I want to switch over here, because at the end of the day, you only got yourself to take care of. With kids, you now have yourself and your own personal future that you have to plan for, and you have to plan for theirs. And theirs is innocent because they didn't ask to be here. It's a different fire under your ass. It really makes you be like, especially because with a kid, now then all of society's spotlight is on you. Because everybody knows when somebody have a kid, everybody's staring at that motherfucker like, all right, what you gonna do? They love to judge parents. They love to talk about parents. When people ain't got shit else to talk about, they find the worst parent struggling, and that becomes the topic of conversation. So it's like, it really pushes your ass to start figuring shit out. Next thing you know, you over here, manager somewhere, like got direct reports, and you over here like, what the fuck? How the hell did I get here? Man, I was just over here smoking at my other job like 2 years ago. It's a motivation piece for people who ain't really, who just struggle with finding that motivation.
I mean, make a compelling point. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
But you don't want to wait too long now.
That's what I told you, bro. I really got to end the next year, bro. That's it.
And that's fair.
That's it.
That's definitely fair.
In the next year, but I would like to be. I don't want to have a baby just to have a baby with somebody. Like I'm not willing to go down that route. I don't want it that bad.
Good. Like, because
it's either,
as you've seen,
exactly,
you can be chained to a tormentor by having a kid with the wrong person. It's
either somebody that like I'm in a serious relationship with, or we about to get married or some shit like that. But if that ain't happening, I'm gonna just get a snip call today. I could be a great uncle.
You can. You definitely can.
I'm fine with that.
And uncles are very much needed because parents can't do it all. Like, they play a pivotal part in the raising of kids and everything. So yeah, it looks like, dang, you at a crossroads, man.
Yeah, man, because I don't want to be fucking 39 and she just now getting pregnant.
Listen,
hard, no.
Bro, I know somebody who had his first at 45.
Nah, hell no.
Over here talking about, you know, I'm established, I'm stable, and all this stuff. Like, he was boasting so hard about how great it is that he lived his entire life and he had this kid. And I'm just taking it all in because at that time I had 5. I knew what it entailed. And I was just like, I'm looking at this dude. We in the gym. This dude can't even bench like maybe 225. Like, he can't run a solid mile on the treadmill. And I'm over here like, all right, and you got this kid on the way at 45. All right, I'm gonna check in with you around about the first birthday. We gonna see how this going. Man, at 6 months, his ass ran into me at the gym and he was like, bro, yo, like, why don't nobody talk about this? I was like, I did tell you about this. Like, people got to understand, you can be as healthy as an ox, but we are all going to die one day. If we keep living, we are all going to get older. Having a child later in life does not reverse your bones. It does not reverse all of those hits you took on that playmate football field when you was playing those pickup games in your 30s and somebody trucked your ass with no pads. It don't take away from all of that drinking and shit you did when you was younger. Like, 45 is still 45. And Sleepless Nights was made from somebody. It was made for people who are younger. People who can bounce back from that quicker. And see, when you're 45, it would be different if he had children. Like, if he had like 7, 8 kids consistently. Mm-hmm. So he was already used to it. He had never gotten accustomed to having a sleep routine. Mm-hmm. This dude has lived his entire adult life doing everything for him. He's always slept a solid 8 hours. He's always been able to go to bed sharply at 11. He's always had this routine. He's aged with this routine. And now at middle age, like literally halfway to 90, you wanna throw a baby into the mix.
That's crazy.
Like,
that's
halfway
crazy.
to 90. So think about it. When this kid, when he doing like what I'm doing tomorrow, he taking his kid to his first day of school. Buddy already in his 50s. Kid gonna have field day. He gonna have all this stuff that, oh, daddy, come on. The other dads are playing basketball. He gonna be like, damn, you really want me to get on the court? Hell yeah, he wants you to get on the court. You a representation of him. Him and his friends gonna bet on which dad finna dunk the most and all that shit. Like, you gotta really take all of that into perspective. There's a reason as to why nature naturally cuts women off at a certain age. And I think the design was for men to be cut off as well, but a lot of men just start to marry younger women.
Yeah, because I'm trying to tell you, man, like, that's it. After next year, it's a wrap.
And that's cool. I respect it. I'm done.
I know you done. You better be.
Like, please, I'm done.
On the goddamn kids you got.
Hell yeah, I had a bad dream. Like a week ago.
you got pregnant again?
I had a bad dream. And like, I literally woke up sitting all the way up and I was like, yo. I looked in the bassinet and I was like, okay, life, that was a dream. That was crazy. It was that tea I drunk, like right before I went to bed or something. That shit be having your dreams vivid as hell. But it was like, it was that we didn't know she was pregnant. And when we found out she was pregnant, she was too far along to get rid of it. And I was like, we got to find a parent. we gotta rehome him. Like, there's absolutely...
We have to rehome him as a wild Harvey.
We can't keep this kid. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she was like, oh, that's so insensitive. You know, how we gonna give away this baby when we got all these other kids?
That's why, because we got all these other kids.
I was like, yo, it was a terrible dream. And mind you, I had just gone through unemployment. I woke up like, man, I was sweating and everything. That dream was so vivid. I stayed my ass up and went to work early. It was like 5 a.m. I said, fuck it. I'm not even trying to go back to sleep.
I ain't even trying to go back to sleep.
I'm going to log into the computer. I'm going to start doing my coworkers' work because that shit was wild. I was like, no, like, do you know? She over here on the computer in the dream looking at buses. Like, wait, do you think you could get a bus loan? Do they have better rates than car loans? I'm like, hell no. Hell no. And I don't even got a CDL license. How I'm finna drive y'all home?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, nah, we super done. We've hit the max.
Ooh, cool. I don't know, man. What are the different levels of being a dad?
Okay, so the type of dad that I am in right now is I have children of different ages. So I have a third grader, I have a kindergartner, I have two VPK kids, then I have a 2-year-old, and I have a 11-month-old right now who's about to turn 1. I am in the different stages of fatherhood with each of them because they each require something different from me. You know, the 8-year-old, he's older now. He's more active. He wants to have more conversations. He wants to actually do activities. He has interests that he wants you to take part in. The youngest two, well, the youngest one is still a baby. I'm over here changing diapers, you know, still feeding him. He don't want to eat. He throwing the food back at you. And you got to keep your cool. Meanwhile, the 2-year-old, we're in the potty training stage. Okay. Now, she's actually doing pretty well. She probably almost trained, to be honest. I give it about another 3 weeks, and she'll be fully trained, and we can start phasing her into underwear. And then, you know, I got my twin daughters who are just now starting school. This will be their first time ever, like, outside of the home. We've been their only influence essentially their entire life. And then you got the kindergartner who now wants to give himself a bath. He now wants to have some of the responsibilities as the oldest one, but you still not quite there yet. It's a lot of different hats. You got to try to
kindergartner. Harvey Jr. is a kid in kindergarten.
No, that's Grayson. That's the second one.
No,
yeah, Harvey's in 3rd grade.
Oh, okay.
And it's
we got so boy.
I know it's a lot. Listen,
got a lot going on, my guy.
Hell yeah. And you trying to meet them all where they're at, but they're in their different stages of life. So you're constantly understanding that you're gonna be chronically tired.
A dad of many hats, golly.
Yeah. You're gonna always be chronically tired. You're gonna always be bombarded with questions, with stories. And you have to try to act as if you're equally as interested in all of them. Like, and I will say I do a good job of that because honestly, because I'm naturally a social person, so I don't mind the talking with them and everything. My wife, she struggles with that a little bit more because they'll all like the 2 youngest ones will try to come and sit on her. And then while they're both trying to compete with sitting in her lap, somebody else is coming to tell her, oh, you know what type of bug this is? Like, wow, this is like a praying mantis, but not like a regular praying mantis. This is the ones that, and it's you're just being overstimulated, like 24/7. Every now and then she just goes to the bathroom. She goes to the bathroom and she locks the door. And then she just scroll on Instagram. She just take a second. And it's always the downstairs bathroom because there's no windows, there's no nothing, so can't nobody go outside the house and try to knock on the window because they'll do that shit.
Damn, y'all going through it over there.
That's the only way you able to carve out just a few seconds where it's just you.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. The main question I get from strangers is they be like, damn, but clearly y'all find time to make more.
Man, it's facts.
I'm like, I mean, let's be clear. You know, when you got that many kids, it's not like y'all doing marathons in the bedroom. You're not. There isn't really enough time. But we gonna figure something out. We not dead. Like you still married. There still gotta be some type of relationship.
Boy, I would have stopped at 1.
Yeah, she won't never gonna go for stopping at 1 because you make all the mistakes on the first one, so you actually know what you're doing with the second one.
Nah, I'm cool. You just learn from the first one and keep it pushing. All right, nah.
That's fair.
Because I don't want to go through that. No, man, nah. Like what? Like now, younger. Okay, yeah. Now you get one on me. That you did amazing.
Yeah. Nah, facts.
But you talking about you want 2 when we ain't past the age of 35. You done lost your goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Like what? 2? What? No. Like why you know? Like no.
She better pray she just get twins on right out the gate.
like I'm saying, like no. By the time like they 30, we 65. At least, you know what I'm saying? I'm 30, about to be 38, 37, and my parents about to be 68. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like 31. That's cool. That's fine.
That's what I told Buddy in the gym. I was like, dang, 18 years old and they graduate high school, you're going to be 63.
And that's why I said 38. That's why I said next year's my cutoff limit. Yeah. Like, that's it. Because I'm already turning 37.
Exactly. And don't nobody want to be that parent in the auditorium that has to eat that soft cookie because they're old and their dentures ain't really, their dentures ain't sticking in yet. They ain't got the glue. Like, nah, you trying to at least be somewhat in the realm of normalcy, and then you want to kind of give it an option to be around to see your grandkids. Like, you have to, like, you have a kid at 45, you got to live to at least 83 if you really want to at least have one of the grandkids remember you. It's just not everything in this time and season. That's the way life was set up for.
Yeah.
So I guess the sun is setting on yours.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, let's say this would happen early. Like, even if I would have, the type of pregnancy would have happened, if it never would have happened, then all right, I would have probably had a second kid around this time now.
Okay.
And I'd have been all right
with the same person, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I made sure it would have been with the same person. Yeah. I think me and her would have been together, like, still.
Oh, y'all would have got married and everything?
Probably, yeah.
That would have been dope.
But
nice.
But yeah, you know. But since that ain't happening, I ain't had none since. Like, the older I get, bro, it's like I'm not. I refuse to be an old ass dad. Like, hell no.
That's fair. I can understand that.
But
it's a lot of energy that go into that, so I definitely get you.
It is a lot of energy, a lot of responsibility, a lot of money, like all this shit.
You can't even focus on saving for retirement because you still in the trenches of raising kids. Yeah, no, I don't regret nothing. They came when they needed to come. Like they did just pop up. It was really just wow, y'all. You really pregnant again? Damn, this is crazy. But
and again,
I know people still don't believe we done. I be in a grocery store and
I believe you. I ain't believe you when you say you was done the last 2 times.
You had no faith in me?
No.
Dang.
Because all the faith went out the window when you decided not to get the vasectomy. I said, oh yeah, he ain't done. He say he done. Well, he gonna be right back on this podcast talking about, yeah, man, she pregnant again.
Nah, and I did come back on that podcast.
I was just looking like this nigga here.
Listen, that 6th kid, we didn't even tell nobody she was pregnant. we told friends, but family members, no. Family members just found out, and boy, when they found out, I'm over here getting text messages like, again? Yo, get off her. I was like, how you know she ain't climbing on me? Like, it's always, y'all always looking at me. That shit was wild, though.
Bro.
But we got through it.
Yeah, man.
We really got through it. He almost about to be 1. I can see a light at the end of the tunnel. Now I just got to get a bigger house.
Yeah.
And then it's like, that's another thing when you have kids, because we've been in this house for so long. Going to their school for Meet the Teachers was cool because everybody knows the older siblings. And so they're excited to have the younger siblings start. They really have a connection with the teachers. All their friends are there. And then I'm almost like, dang, if we get a bigger house, then people going to have their own rooms. We're not going to be congregated in the living room as much as we used to. Because, like, at our house right now, we only have 1 TV in the entire house. There ain't no TVs in nobody's room, not even in ours. And we always are in the living room. If we're not eating together as a family, we're in the living room, and I'm either working on something, my wife's either folding clothes. And a lot of time, 90% of the time, the TV just be off. Like, what me and my wife love to do is we love to just sit on the couch and watch the kids play. Watching your children play, you're able to tell so much from them. Like, you're able to tell who's going to have more of a managerial, dominant type of personality, who's more likely to just go along and get along, who's going to be that one that's fitting to call you from jail in the middle of the night that you fitting to have to come bail out. Like, and then the whole time while we watching them play, we sitting there talking about which traits they get from which one of us. Like, I'd be quick to be like, nah, she get that crying shit from you. That's all you. And then she turn around and be like, you know that one, he trying to make everybody play the same game. That's you. I'm like, no, that ain't me. That's you too. Like, it'd be so funny. And I remember my mom and her siblings, because my mom was the youngest of 16. She said my grandparents used to do that. After they was done working the farm and it was the end of the day and everybody in the house, the kids would just be playing and they would just be sitting on the couch doing little stuff and watching the kids play and then just joking each other about which one got such and such from you. Like I got like the second twin, I always joke that she's a little off. Like she's cool, she's so lovable, but when you cross her, she gives serial killer vibes. And I'm like, that's 1000% you. Like your algorithm on Instagram shows you how to bury a body.
Hey, yo, that's wild.
Exactly. I'm like, babe, you out there. You out there. She got that honest. And in a larger house, I just don't know how that's gonna play. I really don't want to be that type of family where everybody is so separated and individualistic in nature.
I feel that.
But we'll see.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, man.
Where can they find you at?
Y'all can always find me on Instagram, McAllister Dynasty. Listen, y'all gonna see the same thing every week. But I pop out every now and then. You know, I still act my age. I go out in the streets every now and again, but I come home. I be home sharp at 2:45. I didn't even realize I did that until my wife called it out like a week ago. She was like, yeah, if you ever was out past 3 or 4 in the morning, I would call you because you naturally don't do that. And I was like, I feel like I've done that. And she was like, no, you are always in this house by 2:45. I don't go to sleep until I hear that door open. And she was like, and then you take the bath and then you climb over. And the next thing I know, and I was like, oh shit, damn, I do got a routine. Never mind. I ain't gonna change it up now.
All right, y'all. Baby Daddy Chronicles Pod on Instagram. And then the Amateur YouTube LLC on YouTube. Like, y'all, appreciate y'all, man. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.